Oh, shoot. Yo, what's up, guys? We are live. I think we're live. Let me make sure. Dude, March Madness yesterday was crazy. March Madness was crazy, man. I was watching that Houston game. I thought I had no chance, but hey, game's not over till it's over. But anyways, what sportsbook do you guys want to look at? What's up? What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? What's up, Titan Horton? What's up, Alan? What's up, Arturo? What's up, Brady Thompson? Anyways, I'm probably going to stream for, I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to stream for a little, then I may try to hit the gym, and then I'll come back and I'll live stream again, dude. There's a lot of NBA. Oh my gosh. So maybe we start out on Underdog Fantasy. What do you guys think about that? So Underdog Fantasy is a, peer-to-peer, or sorry, what am I saying? Is a pick'em platform, so it's a fixed payout sportsbook. So let's check this out. Let's head over to Underdog Fantasy and let's do a streak. Dude, I still have not yet won an Underdog streak. What's up, Alex? Can we get some FanDuel bets? Yeah, we're going to do some FanDuel bets. But let's do an Underdog streak first. So the first play I'm going to go with in my streak is DeMar under 8.5 rebounds plus assists. So, Underdog, bro. What's up, Ryan Klaus? We're doing Underdog. We're doing Underdog. Fuck yeah, Houston. Any home run bets? We'll take a look at home run bets. But regardless, DeMar DeRozan under 8.5 RAs. So you can see all the sports books with two-way markets. Some of these books only offer one-way markets. So, you can't really put a lot of weight into them. But we got to find a second pick to go with. Dude, fucking low. Yo, oh shit, good point. Someone mentioned we should do some live bets. Yo, we can check out some live bets as well on Underdog because we have some games at the half. But let's just get in a little play. So the second pick I'm going to go with, I already used this in my PrizePicks play. PrizePicks has a 30% NBA boost right now. But anyways, this is what I'm going to run for my Underdog streak. Both of these picks check out. They have value. The way that Underdog works, streaks, you can do $1 to win 1,000, $5 to win 5,000. But I'm going to do the $10 to win 10,000 because why the fuck not? And again, like you can see here, every data point we have in the market, every sportsbook has Christian Braun's under heavily favored. FanDuel has the under as a -142 favorite. So this is just right off the EV tool. But anyways, get it locked in if you want to play it. Wow, first time watching you, Alex. Let's do some bets. What up, boys? Dude, I am fucking... Yeah, I got a shower. What is going on here, man? What is going on here? Sleeper has a pick on Porzingis. So again, I like to use a lot. Damn, we got some... So we have some sleeper discounts. I've said it before, but usually these boosts are pretty bad. However, they do have a 4-point discount on Porzingis. So let's see what we can find on sleeper. Sleeper in general, I don't place a lot of bets on sleeper in general. They charge a lot of juice. So I'm going to pair with Missy. Yves under 8.5 rebounds. So you can see on sleeper, it's a little small, but they have the under as a 2.01 payout. I don't know why they do this. They put their odds in decimal format, but that just means plus 101 odds. 2.01, so you're betting 100 to win 201, only 101 of which is profit. What up, Blind Muck? PrizePicks. I see people asking for PrizePicks. But anyways, this is what I'm running for the sleeper promo. Let's go. Let's see what else we got, though. I wouldn't mind doing a FanDuel play or some shit. What do you guys think, man? FanDuel play? Should we do a FanDuel parlay? Ooh. Let's see what we can do. What do we want to do, man? So again, sometimes I like to look at this arbitrage tool. Even just for finding plus EV bets, I think it's pretty useful because again, like whenever two books are crossed, whenever two sports books have such different odds that you can bet the over on one book, in this case for Halliburton, right? The under on a second book, in this case DraftKings, and guarantee a profit. We know one of these two bets has to be profitable or plus EV, you know, so sometimes it's useful in terms of just finding EV bets. So like here, Garland steals. I want to do a FanDuel parlay or something. But anyways, let's see if we can get in a FanDuel parlay. Let's see if we can get in a FanDuel parlay, man. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So this is exactly what I mean. I mean, like, this is just halftime. What are we doing, man? I'm going to do a FanDuel parlay. Give me a sec. What is going on? So you can see on BetMGM, I don't know what they're doing here. They're only going to give me, BetMGM is a sports book I've been, you know, max limited on for a while. So they're only going to give me 121.50, which is kind of bullshit. But regardless, you know, I can just lock in a little arbitrage. Again, BetMGM is a book at this point I'm max limited on. They have the Lakers at minus 650 live. Kind of all these other books have the Lakers around minus, you know, 1,200. So maybe even just a good live bet. I mean, granted, it's not exactly juicy. Would be Lakers minus 650. But basically, I just arbitrage bet this with ProphetX. ProphetX says they have the Thunder at plus 740. But again, they charge a 3%, you know, commission. It's a peer-to-peer betting exchange, so that's how they make money. So you're actually getting plus 718. So regardless, I mean, this is only $1.55 risk-free profit, but the game's going to be over in what, you know, an hour and a half. So in an hour and a half, I just locked up like $130, and I'm going to make a little risk-free return on it. Not particularly bad. But what I wanted to do is, let's do a FanDuel parlay, man. Let's see if we can get in a FanDuel parlay. What's up, brother? What's up, Robot Neck Beats? $20 to $130 tailing you on FanDuel this week. So let's see what we can do, okay? Let's take a look at FanDuel. Let's do a FanDuel parlay. Again, I've said this before, but I'm in Virginia. Virginia's got a lot of sports books, man. So if you are not thrilled with the... Damn, dude. So here, I mean, this is a kind of interesting play. Kristen Campbell, stolen base, right? You can see right here, again, this is just the EV tool on OddsJam. It's just going to point out line discrepancies, whatever. Like Bet Online, which is a pretty sharp book, you know, and they are offering a two-way market. Granted, they have a lot of juice. They're only offering plus 288 on this play. So it's like, sometimes I like to take some of the money that I make from arbing and, you know, throw together a nice little parlay. That has value. That's plus EV. So let's see what we can do, man. Because again, FanDuel has, do they have any promos today? Let's see. They got a 30% NBA profit boost. They have a women's profit boost. Dude, they got a ton of promos. Again, these promos are the easiest money you're going to make. Like, they got a 50% promo on... They got a 50% profit boost on, you know, Sunday Night Baseball. I mean, 50%'s a lot. So, basically, whatever you bet is going to be plus EV. But anyways, let's finish this parlay, bro. Sheesh. Yo, kind of solid value on Pelicans on FanDuel. You know, you can see Circa, which is known to be a pretty sharp book. They've already dropped the odds to plus 190. So it seems like the market since last night, I don't know if it's lineups, injuries, you know, Giannis may not play, but like you can see the books have really, you know, just kind of, the Pelicans opened as like plus 300 underdogs or plus 400 even. Now they're down to plus 215 on lineup news. So it's like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. So what I want to do is I want to finish this. And again, this is going to be my first live stream of the day. I'm going to stream. I'm going to stream again later. Yo, dude, wow. FanDuel and Underdog, man, I feel fucking value everywhere. Fucking value everywhere. Ooh, shit. Okay, let's finish off this parlay. So, I mean, this is just some pure degeneracy, but all these picks are plus EV. All these picks have an edge. And again, if all the bets in your parlay are plus EV, have an edge, then your parlay is going to be plus EV and have an edge. The Lakers are playing OKC and we're winning, so let's move this along. Tail this shit, bro. Anyways, what do we want to do, bro? What book do you guys want to look at? Sheesh. Let's see what we got. And you can see FanDuel's already brought down the odds on the Pelicans. Obviously, you could run these all as straight bets if you wanted to. The Lakers are playing OKC and we're winning. Yo, I see some people asking for PrizePicks. People want PrizePicks. Let's see what we can do on PrizePicks. Oh, shit. Yo. So again, PrizePicks has an NBA profit boost. However, unfortunately, I already used it. But I'm still going to give you guys a play. So again, PrizePicks is a fixed payout sports book. So kind of interesting. You can see Tommen's rebound line is 8, assists is, 4. So you add them together. You'd think PrizePicks would have the line at 12 rebounds plus assists, but RAs is 12.5. So sometimes like an RA line will actually have better value compared to, compared to the rebounds line or the assist line, but whatever. We got to finish our play, man. We got to finish our play. So we got Thompson under in RAs. Bruh, you never do underdog. Yo, bruh, we did an underdog. I did a streak. We got an underdog streak to start out the stream. But anyways, we can do more underdog. Just give me 1 sec, bro. Chill. Yo. So again, they have an NBA profit boost on PrizePicks, 30% profit boost on whatever play you go with. Again, I already locked it in, so I'm not going to be able to use it. But like Bruce Brown, every sports book, Bet Rivers, even the softer books, sharper books, FanDuel. FanDuel's a $40 billion company, everything is priced into the odds these books are putting out, lineups, injuries. So if all the books are saying, hey, Bruce Brown's more likely to go over, it's like, okay, that's data for us as the sports bettor. Woo, baby. Oh, shit. Yo, so it seems like the games are restarting. The Lakers game. Man, oh man. But what was I going to say? We got to finish this PrizePicks slip. So I got 3 picks so far. Nothing has been bumped. Okay, this is perfect. I'm going to try to keep it to NBA only. There has to be some lineup news in the Celtics game because what is going on in the Celtics game? There was probably some lineup news just released since it looks like a lot of these books have pulled their odds on the Celtics, players. What is going on? So let's just get rid of this Celtics and Wizards game because it seems like some lineup news just came out and PrizePicks oftentimes locks you know, they'll lock their markets pretty quickly. Yo, we are cooking. We are cooking. So again, if you haven't already used the PrizePicks promo, the boost, the, 30% boost. Oh, shit. Yo, this is what I'm going to run. 5-pick flex play on PrizePicks. Tatum's out. So Tatum's out. That's probably, again, like a lot of times injuries, it's a great time to look for, bets and shit like that. If you haven't used the promo, I would run it as a 5-pick power play because you're getting a boost. But anyways, we got Jimmy under in assists, Osho under in rebounds, and then a couple more picks. Every pick has an edge. PrizePicks, they got thousands of lines up. Yo, can someone put the link in the chat? Someone put the link in the chat. Hey, Alex, IDK if you saw, but Porzingis is out. Tatum's ruled out, you mean? Tatum's ruled out. So Tatum being ruled out will make the sleeper promo even better, right? Like, Tatum being ruled out is going to make the sleeper promo even better. Yo, does anyone have a link for this PrizePicks play? 5-pick flex play. So we got Thompson under, Simons under, Bruce Brown over in rebounds. And then here's the final 2 picks in the PrizePicks slip. Sheesh. So again, Tatum was just ruled out. You boys are fucking balling on the Thunder right now, man. But anyways, so Jason Tatum was just ruled out. And are you fucking kidding me, dude? So again, the issue is, sometimes when there's lineup news, like players getting ruled out and shit like that, and, DraftKings will kind of rip down all their odds, which it seems like they're doing here, because I see a lot of opportunity, but like Derek White over in points, it seems like I'm too slow to some of these. Fuck, dude. However, I will lock in this. This is a DraftKings play. Hallie, under 5.5 assists. And DraftKings is on some bullshit. They're going to limit me to only $11.63. Under 10.5 assists, I apologize. You can see DraftKings is the only book offering this play at plus money. It's crossed with no vig. So again, this is arbitrage. One of these 2 bets has to be profitable. Either Hallie's over at -105 or is under at plus 110, considering you could bet both and guarantee a profit. DraftKings is, a really soft book. So in general, the value is going to be on the DraftKings side. So I took him on DraftKings. Long story short. Who would have thought the Thunder are getting their asses handed to them, man? Oh, shit. But anyways, what did we want to do? Let's see if we can do in a full underdog slip or something like that. So we did a streak. So here, for example, Underdog is a very soft book. There's, a lot of opportunity. So you can see like Castle, PrizePicks has this line at 21. I want to make sure every pick I'm ever giving out on live stream has an edge. You feel me? You can run a 3-man on PrizePicks with the boost. Both were ruled out. Damn, both Tatum and Porzingis were ruled out. Yo, did someone put the link in the chat? Yeah, thank you. Links in the chat. Sorry about that. Sorry it took so long. Yo, but let's do this underdog play. Bro, Drew fucking Timmy, Gonzaga legend. But anyways, Castle under 21.5 points. So you can see here, you know, FanDuel, under is a -146 favorite. Like, all these books have the under heavily favored. So let's see if we can rip a 3-man. Again, sometimes Underdog, you know, they'll adjust lines a little bit too quick. But I'm going to try. Yo, so we're already fading DeRozan, but we're going to fade him. Or we already used him in the streak, so maybe I hold off on that. Maybe we were on Thompson again. Thompson under in RAs. So I have 3 picks so far. Underdog gives you a 6x payout for 3-mans. PrizePicks only gives you 5x. So that's actually pretty solid. But the question is, so we have Fred VanVleet over in RAs, or PAs, I apologize. So we have Castle under. And again, on Underdog, like, they got thousands of lines up. We're really just trying to zone in on the rare few picks, right, out of the thousands of plays they have on the board that actually have value. So this pairs kind of nicely. Simon's under in assists, pairs kind of nicely with Castle under in points. So this would be a 6-man on Underdog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be a 6-man. Get it locked in if you want to play it. Again, if you're on YouTube, I think Twitch has a little bit less of a delay. Tatum's ruled out. Yeah, I see. Yesterday's PrizePick slip is looking really good right now. There we go. So Underdog moves lines really quickly. You want to run it as a flex play. Underdog 6-pick flex plays are actually the best payouts in all of DFS. You know, if you look at PrizePicks better, like, what is the optimal type of slip you can go with? Which of these books offers the least juice? These plays have some positive correlation. If VanVleet is getting more assists, Thompson's, you know, players on the same team kind of compete for assists. But regardless, we got a 6-man. What are we doing, dude? You can't detect my location. Some bullshit. Dude. I swear if the site just, like, doesn't load, sometimes you don't load. So if you go through, like, this math, you know, that's what you'll see. They offer the best payouts in the DFS industry. This right here is way better than, you know, -116 implied odds. Again, they give me a max bet size of $25. Otherwise, I'd bet more on it. Yo, so Underdog links are in the chat. Yo, link to the Underdog slip is in the chat. Sheesh. Let's see what we can do. So we're at an official review. Again, BetMGM is a book I've been max limited on for a while, but you can see right here, I mean, again, crossed market, one of these 2 bets has to be profitable. Take the bet, BetMGM. You can see they just take a while to process things live. We're currently at an official review. So this is why I always recommend, you know, when you're live betting, boom. Boom. So that's a risk-free profit of $9.53 I just locked in. One of these bets is going to win. One of these bets is going to lose. I mean, we're already halfway through the 3rd quarter. So, you know, one of these bets will win, one will lose. And in like 15 minutes when the 3rd quarter's over, one bet's going to settle as a win. One bet's going to settle as a loss. And I'm going to go up $9.53. BetMGM, I'm max limited on. They only took, you know, 105.85. And then I just follow the calculator. Obviously, if they're tied for the same number of points in the 3rd quarter, then both bets are just going to push. Then both bets are just going to push. So that's pretty sick because it's free fucking money, bro. So just a nice little arbitrage bet. But anyways, we got an Underdog 6-man. And again, you can kind of go through the math if you're interested in arbitrage betting. This is the best strategy. I mean, Everybody should be using it. There's literally no reason to not use it. Nats. So where did I bet? So I bet the Raptors on BetMGM at plus 130, third quarter winner. And then I bet Nets third quarter winner on FanDuel. So if they're tied after so if they score the same number of points in the third quarter, both bets are just going to get refunded. So I won't make anything. I won't lose anything. On BetMGM, I bet this at plus 130. So if the Raptors win the third quarter, I'm up 105.85 times 1.3. Right? I got this at plus 130 odds. And then on FanDuel, I bet 128.07. Just trying to make sure I did this right. Yep, so I go up 9.54 if the Raptors win the third quarter. I lose 105.85 on MGM if the Nets win, and on FanDuel I win 100 over 111, right? I bet this at minus 111 odds. So regardless of who wins the third quarter, I'm making $9.50 in risk-free profit. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Day trading the fucking sports books, man. But let's see what else we can do. You got any MLB bets? Both golf plays are pushing. Any update? Yo, how are our golf plays looking? We got people in the chat who are curious how our golf plays are looking. Yo, but anyway, should we do another underdog play? Do we got any live underdog value? Let's see what we can do here, okay? Let's see what we can do here. So, what the fuck is going on? So it looks like this sportsbook Rebet. What are they doing, dude? What the fuck are you doing? Yo, look at this line, bro. Shit. Dude, so they have Jaron Duran. He's the one who said the N-word on live TV, which is crazy, dude. But, yeah, not good. Not good. So they're only going to give me $111.22. You can see they say that's your max. But, like, what the fuck? Dude. Yo, so they take the bet. Plus 149. This is why I like using the ARB tool to find EV bets. So I just got, Jaron Duran. He said the F word, not the N word. I know, I'm just fucking with him. He didn't actually say the N word on live TV. I bet they both stay at 3 birdies. They're both on the last couple of holes. Can you say it right now, Alex? No. Jaron Duran said the F word, not the N word. Anyways. Yo, was anyone able to tail this on Rebet? I mean, look at the value on this, bro. Plus 149. No other book is offering better than like minus 112. What the fuck? And you can see Rebet, it looks like they just updated it from plus 149 to minus 116. So again, you have 2 options here, right? You can see a bunch of sports books like, DraftKings, Caesars have this under at like minus 109. So on Rebet, we got the over at plus 149 for $111.22. So, depending on what sports book you want to hedge on, Caesars had the under at minus 109. So, like, you could just hedge on Caesars, bet his under at minus 109, maybe round your bet size. Round your bet size to maybe 145, even 150, and you'd make a risk-free profit of 21.29. But honestly, I think I'm just going to let it stand. I'm just going to let it stand, dude. I wouldn't mind a nice little sweat on. Yo, so again, DraftKings has a promo. I think every single day of the MLB season, MLB home run, no sweat. Whoops. So basically, if you lose, if we lose, we get our money back. So you can see right here, like Bregman plus 550, it's crossed with ProphetX from the ARB tool. So either is over at plus 550 or is under at minus 150. But anyways, let's just get this locked in. So this is a no sweat promo. It's only a max of $5, but regardless, if we lose, we get our money back. The cash out is so nice on Rebet. What is the cash out? Oh, shit. So, again, this bet we literally just locked in on Rebet. I could just cash out a risk-free profit of $22.95. Should we cash it out? Yo, do you guys trust Jaron? Can you please do better? They have a Jimmy Butler discount. Anyways, check out this cash out, dude. I bet only $111 and I could cash out $133.95. So I could just cash this out for a risk-free profit of like $22.73 if I wanted to, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, Bregman plus 550, that's what I ran for that boost. You feel me, dude? I'm also going to lock in Jaylen Brown over 4.5 assists. DraftKings is going to limit me to 31.49. Again, DraftKings is one of my best books all time. Mainly did arbitrage betting, risk-free profit sports betting. But at this point, I'm pretty heavily limited. You know, I don't have accounts for my girlfriend. I'm just showing you every book I've used and where I'm finding value and what I'm personally betting on. Fliff when you get a chance. I just signed up with them. I got to play through. Yo, so we're at a timeout break in the Suns game. What is going on right now? Dude, what is going on? The fuck is going on? So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Man. Dude, I don't even really know what stoppage means in the NHL. So stoppage, goalie frozen. It's like, how the fuck are you frozen, bro? Again, I like having a sports app pulled up. If I'm gonna arbitrage bet, or I'm gonna try to, I think it's very useful to have a sports book pulled up. So here, BetMGM's only going to give me $66.04. So this ARB is only going to make, you can see I just got it locked in. A few button clicks. Blue Jackets plus 3.5 at minus 200. Senators minus 3.5, the opposite outcome at plus 220. So again, BetMGM is a book, made like 100 grand on it. At this point, I'm pretty heavily limited. But you can see FanDuel and BetMGM are so out of sync. FanDuel has Senators minus 3.5 at plus 220. BetMGM at plus 145, a massive mispricing. So I just bet Blue Jackets here on the spread, puck line. Then I saw BetMGM was limiting me to only $66. Whatever. Lock in a couple bucks in free money. Because why not? But what was I talking about? Anyways, I got to go to the gym. I'm going to be back in a bit, and I'm going to live stream some more bets here in a bit. Shy just cashed my streak. Damn. Anyways, I'll be back in a bit.